Your life coach is waiting. Call Danny at 1-800-252-1025, and Danny will help you solve your life problems.
Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
All right, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. You need to call me up right now for the life coach at 1-800-252-1025, although we will happily take your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. It looks like we are going to start off with an email, right, Sarah?
We will. And remember, you can email 24/7 to lifecoach@KZOK.com. And if you want to call, 800-252-1025. And remember, change your name if you want to. Becky in Seattle has sent an email. I have a great friend who is married to a man obsessed with money and has no understanding of what a real marriage means. She signed a prenup, but even with that signed, he still insists that she sign quitclaim deeds for all new property they acquire. I, her family, and other friends have pointed out she's merely a hired hand to work on these properties and nothing more. What should she do?
Well, I don't know that is true. Just because Amy and I were going to do a prenup, and then just thought better of it. But I don't think they're intrinsically evil. I think if he is working her with no pay, she needs to address this. But everything I hear about this is that your friend is an adult woman doing this all voluntarily. I think the problem doesn't lie completely with your friend. Certainly a good portion of this problem, if it's actually there, is with your friend. She's doing she has to be asked. She has to legally sign these quitclaim deeds. And she does that voluntarily. I think you need to pull her aside and find out what her motive is to be doing this. And I don't know if it's your business or not, or she'll tell you that she's being very well compensated in other areas. Because here's the thing about a prenup. To my astonishment, the first time I went about it, say Sarah and I are getting married, and I say, hey, Sarah, I want a prenup. Here it is. I had Goldberg Jones write this up, sign it on the dotted line. If she signs that, it's not really valid. You get to see your lawyer. You don't have to read a big legal document on your own. You get to take it to your lawyer. Your friend is, if the guy in this scenario is covering his butt, your friend or a family member has a lawyer that they're seeing. And if that's not the case, then most of these things, these quick deeds and claims like that, are not really valid. But I'm going to say this one more time. The problem that I see is with your friend, because she's volunteering for this for some reason, and she doesn't have to, and her lawyer would tell her that. So I would say right now, find out what she's feeling, what she feels less than about that would make her do this, because I would say she's getting her money elsewhere.
If you've got a question for the life coach, right now you can call 800-252-1025. You can always email lifecoach@KZOK.com. And any kind of problem you're going through, Danny Bonaduce can help you. He has got all the answers.
That's true, I do. All of them.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Has sent an email. I got divorced 2 years ago after 28 years of marriage. I met someone about 2 months ago. He lives out of state, so we have a very sweet long-distance relationship. This was also his first relationship after a divorce, same as me. We got together 3 weeks ago for the first time since we met. We haven't talked about the future, and everything seemed all right. But now, I haven't heard from him in 2 weeks. He hasn't returned my calls or my Facebook messages. I feel like I've been dumped. I'm trying to understand. Not having answers from him is really hurtful. What do you think is next for me? Can I keep asking him to explain?
No, you can't keep asking. We give this a certain amount of time, because people get busy, people get weird. I've had it happen to me where I was sure this guy's not talking to me or that girl's not talking to me anymore. Just, Danny, I'm busy. I have other stuff to do. So you can be getting sensitive about this, but I want you to, you have other friends besides me, although I'm the only one you need. And, just ask how, when you feel like this is not probable anymore, this is intentional, that this guy is not returning my phone calls, my emails, my Facebooks intentionally, it's time for you to move on. Because when you said, I don't like long-term relationships, they don't work, somebody cheats, somebody lies, but after your divorce, it seemed great that you were going to be just fine, because if somebody did something else at that point in your relationship, you were going to be okay with it. Now, you said, I feel like I've been dumped. So do I. I feel like you've been dumped. I would say go to, and whatever play in the field means to you, get back to doing it while you wait and see if this guy calls you back. But this isn't the eggs in one basket kind of thing. I don't like it. There's something about this guy I don't like. I don't know if he's one of those guys that really vanished or needs a woman to beg or whatever it is, but I'm kind of through with this guy. Give him another week and then move along with your life. You're a wonderful girl, I can tell. Move along with this guy.
800-252-1025. That is the number to call with any kind of problem you have. The life coach is here to help you. By the way, tomorrow on the show
I was thinking this. Rick Jones.
Rick Jones.
Of Goldberg Jones. So you have questions about divorce, alimony, child support, any of that stuff. We will have an in-house really good lawyer from Goldberg Jones tomorrow morning,
right.
Same time.
But if you've got a problem with your relationship at work, with anything that you're going through, call now to talk to Danny Bonaduce,
Yes.
life coach. The email, lifecoach@KZOK.com. Kayla in Seattle has sent an email. My semi-ex-boyfriend and I made it through lots of hard times. Addiction, long-distance relationship, cheating during the long-distance relationship. I no longer have feelings for him other than adult relations. So I broke up with him a few months ago. I haven't been able to commit to moving on, so I let him and his daughter come over on weekends. I have kids, and we all get together and pretend we're a happy family. It seems like he's trying to force his way back into the relationship. But I kind of like just the family side of things and having adult activity. What should I do? Keep doing this or break it off?
Oh, if nobody's giving you, I hasten to say this, but I kind of like it. Man, I could never make that work for me. I've tried to make it work for me. Hey, we'll just be happy. We'll do the adult activity. Everything's going to be great. And we'll pretend to be a family when that fits me. And when it doesn't, we won't. It sounds like heaven. Having said that, I will tell you this. Get ready for the disaster. A disaster always comes with this. When you're trying to be something you're not, and people are pretending, but stay together so you can have sex, your kids get along. I'm not hearing any real problem until this goes bad, and it will. You need to be prepared for that. But in the time being, I have absolutely no problems with this. Have fun. Have at it.
800-252-1025. Call that number now with your problems. Danny Bonaduce will help you. David in Tacoma, you're on with Danny.
Hey, David, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I don't know. I'm 55 years old. I don't have any health care. I really am not a fan of Obamacare, but I had a lady come by, and she was absolutely wonderful. Showed me all these programs, but, man, if I was shopping for car insurance, I'd have told her she was outlet and go away. I mean, is there anything out there that's actually reasonable?
Yes, I believe there is. I went, I believe, although my wife handles all these such things, I believe I did. I went with Obamacare, and I found it to be really expensive, man. But, I can't afford it. And here's the thing, David, at 55 years old, you and I are the same age. I'll tell you where I'd have been lost without dental coverage. If I didn't have dental coverage, I'd be selling the house right now because I guess, I've had my jaw broken twice, but who cares why my teeth are the way they are? The fact is that we're 55-year-old men and things are going to start going. So, there are people out there, eventually they have to cover you. So I say do your due diligence on this. And when you say affordable, what can you afford to cover your health, David?
Well, there's a dilemma there. 6 years ago, was hit by a guy with no driver's license or insurance.
No!
After 20 years of being debt-free, now I owe the medical system, and I've been self-employed for 20-some-odd years, and I'm trying to get back in. 3 years in bed, a couple of years rehabilitation. I'm just starting to get back to work, and it's like I'm a plumber, and I'm just not making enough to say, yeah, I want to spend $200-300 or more a month.
Well, I think you're being an optimist at 200 or 300. I think it might be more than that at our age, especially with your health issues and my dental issues. Stay on the line. Not stay on the line. Stay online and check it out. Check out all the providers, and then keep asking them. And here's what we did at my house, and it finally panned out. Ask them if they know another provider that specializes in any of the areas that you might need, like physical therapy, and they will turn you on to that. And then you'll get it down to, mine, boy, what was mine? Mine's expensive. Mine's like $600 a month, I believe. But there are cheaper ones. I'm a family. I got kids. I got another family. My kids are under my health care because that's something in the divorce decree. So I say stay online and keep practicing. Somebody's going to cover you because it's the law, and they're going to find an affordable rate for you because, again, that's the law. It's the, like him or not, Obama said every American's got to have health coverage, and that's the law. So hang in, find the best one for you, and stick with that one. And I'm going to guess you're going to find something for $300 or $400 a month.
800-252-1025 is the number to call with your problems. Danny Bonaduce will help you. Life coach at KZOK.com. Diana in Edmonds sent an email. I am a bundle of stress. My work is sucking the soul out of me. I'm working on my MBA, and I would like to find a different job, but I'm too busy to search. What's more, I'm planning my wedding this summer. I could just quit my job and focus on school and the wedding, but my fiance says that would look bad on my resume. How can I get through this without having a nervous breakdown?
Xanax. And I'm not kidding. That's what they made it for. That's what they invented it for. Be careful with it. It's a more dangerous drug than people think, but that's exactly what it's for. Right when the very first part of your email, bundle of nerves. I had such a visual. There's a cartoon I saw when I was a little kid, so you guys probably won't have seen it, but there's a cat that walks on a hot wire and its fur just flies straight out from his body. That's what I saw when I heard you say I'm a bundle of nerves. So, you know what? First of all, look for your new job while you have the old one. There is time in your day. You get a lunch hour, you get a break, and if you don't, you're mismanaging your life. You need to look for a job while it's going on. And by the way, I took off to work out my wedding. That's not going to look that bad on a resume. I don't know anybody that wouldn't understand that. You're going to have an MBA, by the way. You're a well sought after piece of merchandise. I think your fiance, although I'm sure a lovely cat, is wrong on this. If you need some time, matter of fact, that may be the answer to all of this. It might just be too much all at once. I say that, your fiance is probably wrong on this one. I hope no hard feelings on that. But you need to take a little time off. You're working on your MBA, which is awesome. I really admire you. And your marriage, and you're doing it all at once. Take a little time up. To hell with your resume. And like I said, I don't know the employer that's going to say, what happened to you during that 3 months? Lots of people are out of work 3 months. You don't even have to tell them unless they ask. I say take off 3 months to plan your wedding. Have a lovely time, have a lovely marriage, and then get back to work. But I always stick with this. Do not quit your current job till you have a better one. Look for one while you're employed.
We've got an email here from Jason in Puyallup. My problem is trying to date women while maintaining a great friendship with my son's mother. My son is now 2.5, and I no longer care to introduce him or share my time with him unless introducing him to the girls, unless he's going to put a ring on her finger. Girls who are attracted to me don't understand how I can have such a great relationship with my son's mother. They get jealous, they argue, and I don't give in. I can't seem to find the right girl. I'm in sales, I'm confident, but sometimes I'm told I can come across as arrogant. What am I doing wrong? I just want to be a good father to my son and maintain a relationship with my ex.
You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb, but I'm usually right when I'm out here. I'm going to say you found the right girl, and then you divorced her. That's what a girl that you're going to fight with all the other girls for this one, for this girl. Your girls that you want to get into a relationship with maybe aren't going to get into a relationship because your relationship with this girl. And here's my theory. That's because you're still in love with that girl. Your girlfriends are right. When your girlfriends say, I'm really jealous of that relationship, they're right. It is so obvious to me that you still have feelings for this woman. So there's one or two things I can say, get her back. And I don't know if she's married or what the deal is, or if that's even a possibility. And if not, move along with your feelings. See this woman when you pick up your kid, because it's holding back your life with these other women. And in my opinion, they're right. From your email, if you were talking to me in person, if I was a girl and you had those kind of words for your ex-wife, I would say, well, you're still in love with your ex. Maybe you should have stayed with her. So that's what I'm going to say. Work that door, or start picking your kid up on weekends and when you're supposed to see him, and be gone. And don't spend any real time with your ex-wife anymore. If that's really getting to be a thing with new possible relationship, you should be in a relationship. I think it's healthy, and I think you're probably good at it. Alrighty, that is all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, life coach today. But if you're here tomorrow, you'll be talking to Rick Jones of Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Any of your questions for divorce, alimony, custody, things like that, he's got the answers right here. So join us tomorrow morning at 7:34 on Life Coach with Rick Jones. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.